The situation in the Strait of Hormuz has escalated into a major international crisis. Following 2 weeks of active conflict between the U.S., Israel, and Iran, President Trump has ordered the deployment of 2,500 additional Marines and the amphibious assault ship USS Tripoli to the region. The stated goal is to begin naval escorts for oil tankers as global oil prices surge past $100 per barrel. However, several military and economic analysts are describing this mission as a potential trap for the United States. Military experts and geopolitical strategists point to 3 main reasons why sending troops and ships into the strait right now could be a strategic blunder. Analysts note that the U.S. Navy cannot easily control the 150 kilometers of Iranian coastline. Iran can deploy sea mines, swarming kamikaze drone boats, and shore-based missiles faster and more cheaply than the U.S. can intercept them. This forces the U.S. into an expensive, unsustainable cycle of using million-dollar interceptors to stop $1,000 drones. Beyond just oil, the strait is a choke point for 50% of the world's seaborne sulfur trade. Sulfur is critical for leaching copper and manufacturing semiconductors. By drawing the U.S. into a prolonged maritime conflict, Iran effectively chokes the pre-logistical chemicals needed for the U.S. to build the very munitions it is using in the war, potentially capping American combat endurance. Iran knows it cannot win a traditional ship versus ship battle against the U.S. Navy. Instead, they are using a defense which is decentralized, chaotic, and designed to make the strait too expensive to ensure. Iran is deploying hundreds of small, high-speed boats armed with sea mines and suicide drone capabilities. By swarming a U.S. destroyer with 50 boats at once, they hope to overwhelm the ship's defense systems through sheer numbers. Iran's most effective tool isn't a missile, it's the sea mine. Even the rumor of mines in the narrow 3-kilometer shipping lanes causes maritime insurance rates to skyrocket, effectively closing the strait without Iran having to fire a single shot. Iran also uses the rugged mountainous terrain of its southern coast to hide anti-ship missile batteries. These are pop-up targets. They emerge from caves, fire, and disappear before U.S. drones can strike back. Some strategists are comparing the current mission to the Gallipoli campaign of World War I. They argue that once U.S. troops are committed to securing the passage, they cannot leave without admitting defeat. But they also cannot fully win because the strait will only truly reopen with Iranian consent or a massive multi-year ground occupation of the Iranian coast, something the current administration has signaled it wants to avoid. Critics have warned that the administration has lost control of the war's scope, as every U.S. move to open the strait seems to trigger a more chaotic and decentralized Iranian response. With oil prices hitting $100 a barrel, do you think the U.S. strategy of escorting tankers is a sustainable move, or is it exactly the attrition trap Iran is banking on? Tell me your opinion in comments, and subscribe to the channel for latest news and war game analysis.